All right, good Friday morning, everyone. It is 7:36 in the morning. My name is TL if you're new here. If not, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Incomparable book by Nikki and Brie Bella, and just telling you my thoughts, what I liked, what I didn't like, and I hope you guys enjoy this review. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw up a picture of what the book looks like right now. Okay, so my sister has been a Nikki and Brie fan for, I want to say, since like 2011, maybe even sooner. The only reason why I remember is because her son was, my sister's son was born, I think in 2012. Yeah, in 2012. And I remember we were sitting in the car and she was like, "Oh yeah, guess what? You're Brie Bella now and I'm Nikki Bella." And I was like, "I don't even like them, so why?" And she was just like, "That's just how it's gonna be." I was like, cool. So now I'm gonna go ahead and throw up a picture of me and my twin sister. Okay, so my sister had told me about this book a while ago, and I was just like, really, I was like, I don't know, I mean, I've read autobiographies before. Granted, I've only read one other wrestling autobiography, and that was by China, the Ninth Wonder of the World, and I read her book when I was like a teenager. And it was just so good, and now I really want to get that book again and do a review. But okay, anyway, I'm getting off track. So I wasn't too sure about the Nikki and Brie Bella autobiography. My sister was like, "Come on, let's do it," and I was like, all right, let's do it. So she ended up getting the signed one, but I just got the Kindle version, which is fine. And so I mean, so the book, to be completely honest, so for me, I had trouble keeping up with not trouble keeping up with the book. I just had issues because the book, it would go back and forth. So it would start out like, oh, they're teenagers, and then it would jump to, getting on the road to wrestling, and then it would go back to the teenagers, and then back on the road to wrestling, and it would just go kind of back and forth. And if you like, sometimes I would have to go back and be like, wait, are they in wrestling yet? And then like I would read like a paragraph or a page, and I'm like, oh no, okay, they're talking about when they were teenagers again, and their family life. And then it would jump to oh, wrestling, and getting on the road to wrestling, and trying out, and all this other stuff. And to me, that was a little bit confusing, especially because I felt like the book wasn't properly organized. That's just me. Other people may have been like, this book was amazing, great, awesome, woohoo. But for me, like, I just felt like it wasn't organized as a book should be. And it was just a bit hard to keep up, because like I had to like keep going back and being like, okay, where are we? Are they teenagers or are they adults? What's happening? But then the very middle to the end of the book, it smoothed out. So I have to say the ending was my favorite because like it just was organized, and to me that means a lot when a book is organized and when you can follow it, and you can just really enjoy it. But if you're having like a hard time like I did trying to figure out what phase they were in, or what area of their life they were in, it can just be sort of frustrating. Now, what I did enjoy about this book, okay, don't get me wrong, there are some very enjoyable parts. What I did enjoy about this book is we got to hear from Brie and Nikki. Like, they weren't like trying to over talk each other. If you're a reader like me and you know their voices, you hear what they're saying as you're reading their words. Like, that's how I am when I read. So when it was Nikki's turn, like, it said Nikki. When it was Brie's turn, it said Brie. And I thought that was really great because, again, we're dealing with twins and we want to hear about their lives together and apart, but then again together. So I really appreciated that part. It just made it like easier to understand that way, like what Nikki was feeling at that moment or what Brie was feeling at that moment. And okay, so don't be mad at me, okay? Okay, so I do not watch Total Divas or Total Bellas. Let me rephrase. I watched like 3 episodes of Total Bellas, and to me, they're just really underhanded and not so much shallow, but just like underhanded toward each other. And I thought like twin sisters, sisters in general, were supposed to be there for each other, not go telling each other's business to whomever. Like, and that like just really turned me off to Total Bellas. Total Divas, it's about all the women wrestlers, well, most of all the women wrestlers, and I watched like maybe 2 episodes of that, and granted, it's great to know that they have a life outside of wrestling. Like, I can appreciate that, but I just couldn't get into it. And I know once my sister sees this, she's going to be like, you need to watch it again. Like, maybe. But the Total Bella ones, the way that they, like, I don't know. I just feel like they're always, like, cutting each other down. And they're always, like, down talking towards one another. And trying to upstage one another, and just, I don't know. It could just be, me, but like, that's how I feel. Anyway, back to the book. So, sorry, I just had to, because the Bella twins, they do have Total Bellas. If you're totally interested in that, I say check it out. If not, cool, whatever. Now, one thing that I didn't like about the book is that they went through and they named all of these women wrestlers who like paved the way, like Jacqueline and Alundra Blaze and Sable and Mae Young and Moolah and Beth Phoenix and all those women wrestlers who were just amazing, right? But they said like nothing about Chyna. Now, to me, Chyna, she's not the one who paved the way in wrestling, but I do feel like Chyna had such a big impact on the Attitude Era. She fought men, for crying out loud, okay? And she even won a title. What was it? The US title? No, the IC title. She won one of those, okay? And that in itself was just completely amazing and just awe-inspiring. So then when we had like Beth Phoenix come and beat up men, and then we had Nia Jax come and beat up men, it was just like, okay, I'm gonna put 2 and 2 together, because at least I hadn't seen that until I saw Chyna in wrestling, and she was beating up Chris Jericho, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, freaking, Bret Hart. Like, it was just so amazing. And the fact that they didn't mention her in the book really, like, I'm not gonna say it hurt my feelings, but I was just sort of like, all the women wrestlers that they mentioned, I thought was pretty great, but I feel like Chyna, she had such an important and powerful impact for women in wrestling. Like, if you want to fight a man, go ahead, fight a man, see what happens. If you want to win, a title other than the women's title or the women's tag team title, go ahead. But like, the fact that they didn't mention her, I just thought was pretty like, blah. But overall, out of 5 being amazing, 1 being terrible, I will go ahead and give the book a 2.5. Don't be mad at me, please. like, I just, like I said, the whole lack of organization until it got to like the middle end, the not really seeing if they were like, okay, are we back when they were teenagers, or are we back when they're going after, trying to become WWE wrestlers? Like, that just sort of like threw me off, and it was just so kind of annoying. And I like organization when I read, and to me it just was not awesome. And honestly, that's just how I felt about the book. Now, if you are a Brie and Nikki Bella fan, I definitely say go ahead and grab the book, give it a try. If you're not a Nikki and Brie Bella fan, honestly, you're not missing anything. I mean, I feel like you could watch Total Bellas and still be, in the know about their lives, to be completely honest. And that's just how I feel about it. So yeah, that is my review for this book, you guys. And honestly, I hope I don't get too much hate with this review. It's just honestly how I felt about the book and about reading it from start to finish. And I honestly hope that you guys can just be open-minded about it. And yes, I know there was some bias, like with the organization, with the whole not mentioning China, because she was such an important part of the Attitude Era, and she really just like, I mean, come on, the ninth wonder of the world, hello. But other than that, I just feel like reading the book overall, it didn't do it for me. But hey, if it does it for you, more power to ya. Thank you guys for watching, taking the time to watch. I hope you enjoyed this review. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Click that like button, click that subscribe button. And if you don't want to miss any of my videos, go ahead and click that notification bell, okay? And I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. All right, guys. Bye.